Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. Today is Thursday, October 16th, and we'll see how the market looks. It's pretty green to open, and all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And let me just switch this over. I don't know why it always does. Oh, man, what did I just do? There we go. That's it right there. And as you can see, the market is pretty green right there. AVGO way up right now this morning, and NVDA is cruising along. So yeah, we're looking pretty good with your SPY up this morning and a bunch of other ones. So let's go ahead and check out our Joe Lee's jumpers real quick, and then we'll get right into everything. ADAP right here. Let's see, this one we were talking about, we actually saw it last night, and it is jumping up right there, not looking too bad. We were just looking at it the other day when it ran up, pulled back, and some nice little pop-up action right there. And the Dragonfly right here is pulling back. It ran up yesterday. So there you go with DFLI. And you can see that one spiked up yesterday, just kind of hanging out. ELBM, Electra Battery Materials. And that one looks like it's going to set up right there again. It was run up, and it looks like it's going to roll back up. And GIPR is kind of pulling back after yesterday's run up. It ran around today. And Mira right here, we were talking about good old Mira Pharmaceuticals last night, and it is jumping up there again this morning. And RYOJ, we looked at this thing. It was run up yesterday. Had a little bounce around today, 636 to 903. It's at 536 right now. Remember SafeX, I have it written down over here. And we were going to look at this one as well, SAFX. And let's see, it was jumping up there yesterday and just kind of pulling back a little bit right now. So we'll have to look at that one as it opens up. Soluna or whatever it is, SLNH. Yeah, SLNH right there, Soluna. And that was jumping up yesterday, and it did spike up a little bit more this morning, 456 to 490. It's at 438 right there. So there you go, SLNH. And Saunders, SOND. We were looking at this last night because it was jumped up, and it was running around a little bit this morning. TOVX, we talked about this and said just watch it today. This one could possibly be a little runner. It's just kind of hanging out right there right now. Let me take a look at it and see. Yeah, it did dip down from yesterday. We'll have to see if it wants to bounce back up. But yeah, a lot of these running in the after hours, and then they just dip right down. Uroy, we weren't looking at uranium royalty, but we might have to take a look at this thing. It is up there, a little bit of healthy pullback right there. And VIVK, we were looking at that, and it is running up a little bit more this morning. So keep an eye on that one. And YYAI. And remember, I said today we'd look for that curl. I did say that last night, and that's exactly what you're going to look at for today. And it's starting to move. It's up a penny, and there you go. So I would say timed it out perfectly, hit the bottoms right there, and now it might get curled up. And I was saying that last night. So there you go with YYAI. And there you are with your Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate them each and every morning. They definitely do help the show out and everybody. So thank you. And there's your YOJ. RYOJ. Again, we were looking at it last night, and that Mira LGCB is Linkage Global. We've looked at that before, and it's running up there. So there you go with a couple other ones that are running up. What's that MVST doing? I saw that yesterday, and it did spike up right there. So there you go with a couple good ones. What's our poly market look like? Our government shutdown is still way up there, guys, at November 16th or past that date. And yeah, I just don't see any of these. I mean, the 4th through the 7th is trying to curl up, but I don't know. We'll have to look at it today. And our Fed decision right here, October 29th, and it does look like we're getting a 0.25 decrease according to Poly Market. And again, I said we were in a shutdown. They shut it down. We were getting some rate cuts right there, and there you go. Let's run through a couple of these other ones, and then we'll take a look at what the heck was that stakeholder. I wrote it down wrong. There you go. STKH right here. And we were looking at this last night. That was trying to set up in a pretty good spot, and it looks pretty good. It's just flat right now. LRE is a lead real estate one in Japan, and that's up a little bit. It might be, let's see, LRE. And it was running up yesterday, just kind of hanging out there as it's curling up today. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And CPS, let's see, that one's a little flat. That's at Cooper Standard Holdings, and it was an auto parts one. and that looked like it was trying to get set up. And GNE right here, that Genie Energy, that looks pretty good to try to run up. It's also just kind of hanging out. And Beyond Meat, we were talking about this thing. It is way down there. This thing used to trade at like over $200 during COVID, and now it's 71 cents. And it is a fake meat company. I don't know. It's like plant-based meat or something like that. And that Safex, we had that on the list, and it is jumping up a little bit right there. Let's see. It was kind of down from yesterday, but it is running around this morning, and you can see that's trying to curl up a little bit more. So we'll have to keep an eye on the Safex and see what it's up to. How about that PZZA? It is up just a little bit right there, a little bit flat, it looks like. And we'll look at that this morning as it tries to open up here. And I'll keep you guys posted on PZZA. And again, just looking for that buyout opportunity. And Mask right here wasn't looking bad last night. And there you go. It's up a little bit more. So there you go, MASK. And how about Path? That is trying to rebound itself and could possibly roll off that MACD. Sound, SOND, Saunders. I mean, this one is up, and we were looking at it. I think it was jumping up there. I think, let's see, I forget what we said. Yeah, it was jumping up yesterday, and it has a little runaround today. AIIO right here. Let's see what that one's up to. And that thing is kind of just setting up. And somebody had mentioned this the other day, so we were watching this STX. I missed a couple of these last night on the X account, and that one looks pretty good right there. STX, Seagate Technology. Let's see what that's up to right here. And let's see. Yeah, that's not looking bad. So you might want to watch that. And WDC right here, also looking pretty good. That Western Digital, I looked at it after the show, as a matter of fact. And this one did look pretty good. And there you go. So keep an eye on STX and WDC. I think it was Ms. Magdonian. Yep. Magdonian, put them up there. And Block Trades asked about AIIO. So there you go with them guys. And let's see what else we're looking at this morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Master Keys, I think it says. I don't even know. Luis Rodriguez is on. And what did TSM do this morning, guys? Let's take a look and see. And we know they had earnings, and it did look good going in. And boom, look at that bad boy running up there. They must have had pretty impressive earnings right here. Let's see what happened. And their revenue surprise was over what? $286 million right there. And their reported EPS, they estimate they beat their estimates too as well. And there you go. So that was pretty good. And we do know TSM's a good one right there. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and see what else is going on. Uroy's on your radar, that uranium one. And yeah, I never even knew about this one. We never really looked at Uroy, but we'll keep that on our radar for sure right here, that Canadian uranium one. We always look at Denson Mines, and look at that thing, guys. I mean, I gave out this way down here when I was giving out Open Door at 50 cents. So let's see. I was talking about Open Door and DNN. When was that? Back in July. So where was Denson Mines back in July? Down here in like the $1.70s, and it's at 323. So there you go. DNN, Denson Mines right there. And yeah, uranium ones. Let's look at them. That's not too bad. Let's see. That one pulling back. That one didn't look too bad. Nuclear went pretty wild the other day. We were looking at it, and that used to be what, GSRP or something. I forget what the heck it was. There's that Uroy, and U right there has been running up. So some uranium ones that we'll be keeping an eye on as that. Well, Progressive G, how are you this morning? URG, Central Guard of Florida, Your Energy, and that could get curled up right there. TSM CEO says AI signals from clients are very strong. Reported quarterly net sales of $33.1 billion, up 30%, over 30% year over year, and topping the analyst consensus estimate of $31.5 billion. So there you go. It did look pretty good, like I said, going in. Let's see our SPY Mag 7 and big caps and all them guys real quick and see what's going on over here. The SPY is up this morning. It's back over to 20, looking pretty decent right there. And it does look like it's getting set up to get cruising relatively soon. Like I've been saying, just watch for these bounce arounds. That's all this week. And I think we are getting set up for another run up. Apple right there trying to rebound. And let's see what Amazon's up to. And that one's trying to make a base right there. Google had looked pretty good, and it is up right now, still continuing its way up. And Meta was looking pretty decent, and that's also continuing its way. That looks really good right there. And let's see what our Microsoft's doing. It is trying to bounce up there. Let's see. It's looking a little better. So I get when this thing, it's going to get that hard curl going, guys. So I think maybe next week we have to wait for our Microsoft, but it will get ripping. And let's see what NVIDIA is up to right here. And that's trying to bounce back from yesterday. So we were talking about it, and it's right about there. So there you go with NVIDIA, not looking too bad. It's up at the top, though. So we'll see as they open up, and I'll hop on. Ben should be on this morning. Ben is back from holiday and everything else. So he said last night he'll be working the next 6 months is what he said. I think that's what his post said. So yeah, CRM's moving right there. That Salesforce ripping up there had looked pretty good, and it is ripping right now. So that was kind of set up before, and it's taking its rip. And let's see where Tesla is this morning if I write it in right, and that's just kind of hanging out right there. So yeah, I'd said Google and Meta look the best, and then Microsoft. And there you go. They do look the best at the moment, but again, the other ones are getting set up, so it'll be perfectly fine. AMC right here is kind of just pulling back. Remember, let's see if it pulls back down here into the 275. That would be great. And we'll catch it down there, but it will get set up. It's just taking its time. And GameStop down there, Unity right here is trying to get set up. It's actually down right there. Let's see what's going on. But Unity looking pretty good right here. Let's see, 36.71. It's at 37.05. So it did pull back a little this morning, but it does look really good right there. And Chewy right here is trying to get set back up. It might have some more pullback in it, but that's okay. And Netflix, let's see, they're trying to bounce up. And again, let's see if it'll hit that trend line right there. And this thing is getting set up. So Netflix doesn't look bad. They look like they're going to pop up there. And AVGO is popping up. Look at that bad boy. It looked good yesterday, as a matter of fact. And that one is popping up, looking pretty decent up there. So there you go. AVGO. What was it? AVGG right here was the there you go. And that is popping up as well. So there you are with a little ETF action on AVGO. And MU right here is popping up as well. So they aren't looking too bad this morning. They are rebounding, and TSM probably gave them a little bit of a pop up, so or a little help. And this one had a Morgan Stanley upgrade and to overweight and raises price target. Whatever it said. But anyway, that is your MU Semiconductors right here. TSM is up from the earnings and looking pretty good right there. So there you go. SMCI not looking bad, and that one's going to get set up to roll off. You can see it. I don't think it's going to go through right there. So that's looking pretty decent. And AMD was looking pretty good yesterday. I thought it would actually be popped up a little bit more right there, but it's actually not, but not looking terrible. So we'll have to keep an eye on that today. QCOM had been getting set up, and this is looking pretty decent to set up right there. And Snow, let's see, it is going back up right now. And yeah, look at Snow right there. You might want to keep an eye on that one. That one looks pretty good. SNOW and PayPal. That one is trying to rebound. That one's going to probably bounce off that trend line as well. And just we got to look at it and see when it wants to pop up there. Intel's been hanging out up there, so not too bad. And let's see what Dell's doing, and that is bouncing right back up. And I do think Dell's a good one right there. IBM, that's trying to bounce right back up and not looking too bad. And Palantir, like I said, watch for any dips. They're gifts. Look at this thing. It is getting set up really nice right there. We have to keep an eye on that Palantir. There are some Palantir ETFs too. And let's see right here, PLTG. And yeah, look at these things getting set up. So we'll keep an eye on them as well right there. And that's Palantir, PLTU. Isn't that another one right there? Yeah, it's on the list, and that isn't looking bad. So Palantir is going to be a good one. Sophie right here is another one that's been looking pretty good. So definitely want to keep an eye on them. And Mara, look at this thing running up there even more. Riot running up even more. And Clean Spark, I'd assume, is I figured it would be running up more. It's been in the top, and it's just kind of flat right there. It doesn't look terrible, but again, they're way at the top. And that's like usually when the crypto has its cycle, these things get ripping right here. So that is very interesting. We'll have to see what they want to do, if they want to really pull back, reset up, and get ripping again. So there you go with them. And that is your crypto mining ones for the most part, and MicroStrategy or Strategy trying to bounce back off that trend line. And we'll take a look at crypto real quick. Let's just finish up our list. Let's look at Robinhood right here. It is trying to bounce. It's been pulling back. It still looks like it could pull back some more. And Coinbase right here also trying to recoup itself and curl up, but it could still also pull back right there. And here's your Webull. And like I said, I got a little options yesterday. I think our bottom is in. It could level down again, don't get me wrong, but if it does, I'll definitely grab some more of them and throw them in the long-term account and probably make them into February or March ones a little bit later. So when this thing runs, you still have them right there. So I bought some January ones, anticipating of just bouncing off of this bottom right here and getting moving. So there you go with BULL, and that is Webull right there. And let's take a look and see what else is going on with space. That's it. Space right here. I'm telling you, this one's been looking good. We've been talking about it. Boeing's getting set back up, and actually it might just kind of stay around here. We have to look at Boeing today. It's either trying to get set up to run up there real quick, or this is going to hold it down there in this little channel right here, and then it'll bounce back up as it gets set up. So that one's an interesting look right there. DJT, a little bit of healthy pullback, but that one's getting set up to also run off of that trend line. And here comes Phunware, and that one usually will run when DJT does. McDonald's was up and still up a little bit in that channel, looking pretty good. And how about Disney? Look at it, trying to fight its way back. I'm surprised it's crawling through the MACD right now. We'll see if it can get in here and get in that channel. I don't know how they're saving themselves right there. That's pretty impressive. I wanted to get Disney way cheaper. So let's see if it pulls back. We'll keep an eye on it right there. And Oxy is trying to base out. We'll see. It could level down still depending on the market. And ExxonMobil right there in that channel. And not looking too bad right there, I must say. What's Gush doing? It's just hanging out right there. And that's going to try to recoup. So there you go with some of them guys. UPS right here. That's up a little bit. Just going to hit that resistance. And that PPBT right now is just flat at the moment. And what else? What's that Oris doing? And this thing was looking really good yesterday. And let's see, it's trying to jump up. That has a really nice curl right there, guys. So keep an eye on that. And that JAGX wasn't looking too bad. It's flat right there. Neon right here is just also flat. And that one's trying to get set up. So Open Door is just kind of hanging out. Like I said, it did build a nice little support line down here, but let it bounce around. It's not ready yet. And we'll look at that and see when it is. And there you go with a bunch of good ones right there. And we did look at Salesforce, and it is ripping up there. So there you go, Michael Anthony, and let's see what fun. Isn't that Dave and Buster's or Six Flags? Dave and Buster's or something else play. And this is Six Flags right here, and they've been hurting as well. And it is at 20. Could still bouncing around right there, Michael Anthony. So we'll have to look at fun. As you can see, it needs to really get curled up. It's not ready just yet. What I say, play with Dave and Buster's right here. That's not looking bad, though. Check out play. That one could get running up a little bit. And I know Dave and Buster's always has some pretty wild run-ups, especially during their earnings. So they seemed that they had missed their earnings here, and it ran down. So, yeah, it looks like it's trying to bounce back up for PLAY right there. How about Dollar General? It's still up a little bit. We've been talking about that. And also, what is it? DLTR, the Dollar Tree. And that's also trying to bounce back up. So you can keep an eye on them. What else did we look at? And I'll see what you guys are looking at. That POWL looking pretty good, guys. And what about QSI? And that's jumping up there and looking good. I thought that looked pretty good right there. So let's see if that can run up. And Duolingo right now is running up. Luis Rodriguez had like that. And BIOX, Utah Utes was talking about this one, and it's up there just kind of flattened out. We'll have to take a look at it, but it did jump up a little bit. So there you go. A couple good ones right there. And let's see what else is going on the Microsoft chart right here. Let's look at it. We already did look at it once, but like I said, it does not look bad. You're going to get that curl up right there. You can already see it trying to do it, and it could get that hard curl. It's had so much good news, and it just hasn't run yet. It was already set up once, and it dipped down with Friday, so that kind of knocked it out of play for a few days right there. Now it got set up. That was the bottom, and it's getting rolling up, so I'm glad that's why I buy some of my options out a little bit, usually a couple weeks, and just in case something happens. It was set up looking good, and the video, we'll watch this one today to see if it actually wants to get rolling. It was looking pretty decent. It is trying to get set up right there. It's had a few red days, and we'll see if it can really get curled up and then get rocking and rolling. And Meta right here was looking bad. That is curling up right there. So keep an eye on that one. Meta is looking pretty decent, and Google is running up. So there you go with them guys. And VIVK, we talked about that last night as a momentum play, and there you go. VIVK just ripping up there over 100%, and we were talking about it, and there you go. It's continuing its way up from yesterday. And let's see what else is going on here. I think we pretty much got to everything. There's Circle right there, and that one's getting set up. That's looking pretty good right there. Buru right here. Let's see. That is trying to bounce right back up there. Doge Mama 9. And let's see. That doesn't look bad to try to curl back up, as a matter of fact. And the market looks pretty decent this morning. Look at it. It came right down to the 20, and it does look like it's going to. So let's keep Buru on the list for tonight and just look at that and see what's up with it. And how are you this morning? Doge Mama 9, your Dodgers are on at like 6 o'clock, and Curve is at $1. Not even sure what CURV is. What is that? $1.56 CURV. That's pretty far down there, and trying to curve back up. Torrid Holdings, an apparel retail one right there. And SCVL is Shoe Carnival. We were talking about that last night. You had mentioned it doesn't look too bad right there. You'd mentioned Crocs as well, and it's up a little bit, and it is trying to get set up. You can see that 20 and 50 meeting up. They have earnings coming up, so Crocs not too bad right there as well. And let's see, what else are we looking at? That NVIDIA right here, is it still running up? NVTS, and it is still running up a little, but that's getting up there as well. And RGTI, like I said, these things are coming down, guys, and they did look like they were going to be coming down. And so that's why I was trying to tell you guys, make sure you're locking in all these profits up here, ASTS, and everything else that was up like crazy right there, and way overextended. QBTS, they were the tops right there yesterday, so we were really damn close to the tops. And you can see them trying to pull back. Oracle right here looking pretty decent. We did like Oracle, and there you go. We were just like a day early, and that did pop right back up. So there you go with that. SoundHound still up a little bit and looking pretty good into the top. So some good ones right there. We did go through most of them that are popping up, and let's see what else is happening right here. Let me see, Progressive G and Master Keys, and let's see. Yeah, it's not looking too bad this morning. Luis Rodriguez. So yeah, Microsoft looking good. ASST, that was it. Strive. I thought there was another one around there that somebody mentioned. And this one, yeah, this one's way down there, and this could be a good one. We've talked about it before. And LDI right here is also trying to get set up. Look at LDI right now, trying to get ripping up there off the 20. So that might be a great opportunity. When we watched it, ICE at the bottom was right there around 290s, and now it's at 315. So there you go. And it did pull back a little bit lower. It came into the 280s. And obviously, we knew it was bouncing off the 50 right there. But LDI, another one, you just had to be patient with it. And now it's starting to go back up right there. So So there you go, everybody. I would say big baseball day today. That is for sure. Both games are on. So that we'll be keeping track of later on. And like I said, as we come on to the show, the Dodgers and Brewers game will be coming to an end. They start at 6 o'clock East Coast time, and then you have your Blue Jays and Mariners come on at about 8:33. So I'll be keeping you updated on both of them games, and it'll be a fun day in the MLB right there. Both games on. So there you go. Good day and so far in the market. Looks like it's trying to rebound, and TSM did have some good earnings right there, and it did catapult it up. It had looked good going in. We did know that. ORIS right there trying to move. Keep an eye on this thing today, guys. It just happens to be in that good spot where it's curling up, so it could get moving for you. And let's see, what was that other one? BNZI. That one's just kind of flat right there, but that could be getting set up as well. Your 20 and 50 are meeting up, so we'll keep an eye on that. And what is it, Blaze Holdings or something? What is that? Blaze Holdings. BZAI, I couldn't think of it. And that's ripping up there. So we were talking about this the other day, as a matter of fact, and that is popped up. So there you go with that one. And there you go with the market. I would say that's a good market, pre-market review anyway. And we didn't look at our crypto, so let's do that. Bitcoin, it didn't look too bad when I came down on the stock cube. I knew it was up from last night, and there you go. It is at 111 it looks like. So yeah, it was just kind of bouncing around right there. And again, look at these things way down there now, made a lot of room, and they had that big dip, so they're not dipping down as hard. And Ethereum right here trying to get itself worked out. At least it could pull back a little bit more, as you can see, but nothing too crazy. Solana's not too bad there. It's at 195, a little under 200. And yeah, just look at these things, made a ton of room, and they're going to get ready to go ripping for their next ride up. Ripple, the same thing, just pulling back, getting set up. And then Doge and everything else looks the exact same right here, all pulling back, getting set up right there. You can see Stellar. They all have the exact same chart. So Optimism's the only one that's a little bit different there. It's in the basement, and that's going to get set up. That's going to be a great opportunity just because it's going to rip right back up there, and we'll catch that guy. So there you go. RYOG. Is running up. We were talking about it last night, and LGCB is Linkage Global, and Mirror right there is running up as well. So there's a couple good ones that we were talking about. We weren't talking about LGCB, but we were talking about Mirror. Trump on China trade war. You're in one now. So you're in a trade war right now, guys. So there you go. They'll get it figured out. The markets will all get figured out, and things will be popping. S&P 500 futures rise for second day, and boosted by the AI trade and solid earnings. And forget the wealthy. Why this value manager is betting on average Americans and the stocks he's buying now. And equities gain as tech results reignite confidence, and stocks in euro tick higher as France undergoes confidence votes. Whatever that is, I have no idea, but that's what it says right there, and that's what it looks like, guys. And I think that WOK is probably down. I wasn't even looking at it, but yeah, we're not worrying about that. They did get a delisted notice, so there you go. I would say everything's looking pretty good, and the Nvidia is popping back up there to this morning, not looking bad from yesterday. And all the other ones are looking good. Oracle's up, and obviously AMD is still up a little bit from yesterday. It wasn't looking too bad right there. So that is what the market looks like, guys. I would say a pretty fun pre-market review right there. And let's see if I'm missing anything over here real quick, if there's anything trending, and I'll let you guys know. AUR, what is that one? Aurora Innovations, and let's see what they're up to. And that one does have earnings coming up. It is curling up right there. You can keep an eye on that one. TSM, and that battery one way down here, and that is ABAT, and we were looking at it the other day. Bitfarms right there, guys. Good thing you guys were getting out of that, because it's way topped out right there. And NEO right here is coming down. That's an auto manufacturer in China. Not sure what happened. MVST. That one was kind of jumping up there this morning. It was yesterday as well. And let's see what else is going on over here. And that Omar is pulling back pretty good, and it ran up yesterday. So that's what the market looks like right there. and your CRM is up right there. It keeps running up, so keep an eye on that. Salesforce, it is looking pretty good. MU not looking bad. That's Unity. There's MU right there, and that is running around. And Plug is trying to curl back up. We'll see if it can roll off that MACD, but not looking bad to do that. So there you go, everybody. I would say that is a fun pre-market review, and the crypto isn't looking too bad this morning. A little bit better than it was looking. It's just trying to get ready off of that very bottom. So I'll hop on with Ben at 9 a.m. We'll go through, see what looks best as the market opens up. And, we kind of just pick up the dust from that 4 a.m. crew as a trade in the morning. And then this at 7 a.m., we just see what goes on up until 7:30. And then we get ready for the market to open. So, yeah, not looking bad this morning, guys. That's for sure. And that's what we want to see. And your SPY is up over to 20, looking pretty healthy. And look at that curl up right there. So, again, have this little bounce around period, but everything is bullish and everything's looking good. So, no big concern. I don't see any big corrections happening. That's for sure. And that's what it looks like right now. So, and we'll be keeping an eye on that PZZA to see if they can get that buyout news right there. And it can jump up. And again, we were talking about it yesterday in the Discord and a little on the show. And there you are, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Progressive G and Michael Anthony, and of course, Doge Mama 9 and Master Keys, Luis Rodriguez, and Laptop Travels probably still they're celebrating. He had family in town, so he did say he wasn't going to be on. And of course, Asian Jolie, thank you always for your Jolie's jumpers. They're always great in the morning. Everybody enjoys that. And everybody else that tunes in, I greatly appreciate it. So be sure to follow along on X, YouTube, Instagram, and all that good stuff. Hit the like button on your way out of here, and we'll keep you guys posted in the Discord what's going on. But the market does not look bad, as you can see. So there you are this morning, and all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence, and that is what the market looks like. Did I miss one right there? What did that say? We did look at that UROI and URG, Central Garden, Florida, was saying it was another uranium one, and URG is a pretty good one, your energy. So yeah, keep an eye on this one. It looks like it's curling back up into the top to run up, and it does look pretty good. So we'll keep that on the list. Let me just jot it down, URG. I don't know if I even looked at it this morning. If I just skipped over that, I don't even notice it. But there you go. Thank you, Central Florida, and thanks for hanging out as always. So there you go, everybody, and we will we'll keep you guys posted in the Discord. Like I said, I'll definitely jump on at 9 a.m. And what is Key? I don't even know what Key Corp is right there, Michael Anthony, but it is looking pretty good. They have earnings today, and you said Key beat, so I guess they beat their earnings, but I'm not sure. And yeah, there you go. Net income of $454 million and revenue of $1.9 billion, up 17%. So you can keep an eye on Key Corp, and the banks are looking good, them regional ones. And again, the realty companies. So I'll make a list of them guys for us. And a lot of them are setting up. I seen them on the scanner. So there you go, everybody. Keep you guys posted, and we'll crush the market again as it gets set back up. But yeah, it's looking really good to go into the end of the year. That's for sure. So it's exciting. And you guys know we'll hit everything and all the poppers and lock in those profits. Now you can see why I always say it. So be sure to trade smart and lock in those profits, everybody. And goodbye. Good luck. See you later. And have a great day.